Sì, Amedeo, guarda la back squad, bro.
Mica anche quello, eh?
Facile, no? 150.
Come ti senti, man?
Good.
Senti forte?
Very.
Puoi parlare in italiano, man?
Molto forte.
Molto forte, bravo.
Hey guys, so that's our scrum half, Amedeo, getting a personal best on his clean during the competitive season. So this past week we had our monthly profiling where our guys come in and do a series of jumps and then go through the 10-metre indoor championships. So the 10-metre indoor championships is simply just monitoring, it's profiling, it's just keeping an eye on the guys' acceleration times. We do that monthly, but it's something that I've branded just to kind of make it a little bit more exciting, and we have an internal competition going on, and then I share the results on my Instagram as well. Now after the profiling, we actually go on and finish a power session, and it was so cool to see that Amedeo had set a new record on his 10-metre time, running 1.64 seconds, which is where we want our scrum halves to be, 1.65 or below. So he met that target and he set the club record, because the previous record was 1.65. So not only has he improved his acceleration speed, which is really important for scrum halves if they're making quick breaks off the ruck, but also when we went onto our power cleans, he took 110 kilograms on his clean. So that's 1.4 times his body weight, because he's 79 kilograms. It fluctuates up, it fluctuates down. And this is fantastic because again, it's a personal best for him, and it's a new scrum half record on the cleans. The previous was 105. So really happy with Amedeo and how he's progressing during the competitive season. Now the number 9 jersey is a competitive position here. So sometimes he's getting a full 80 minutes when he plays, sometimes he's getting 40. It's kind of tick for tack with the scrum half position because we have people competing for that jersey. But if you stay hungry, that provides the opportunity to progress your athleticism during the competitive season, which is really important if you're a younger rugby player, you know, you're in your early 20s and you're trying to progress through your rugby career. It's really important that you make athletic progress during the season, and this video is to remind you that you absolutely can make athletic progress during the rugby season. It's not just for pre-season, you can do this during the rugby season. So in this video I want to share with you a couple of ways in which you can do that. The number one thing you can do is identify where you want to improve in the gym. Identify the goal that you have. If it's to get quicker and more powerful, then make sure your training is orientated towards that. In Amedeo's case, we went through a typical split of getting strength and power stimulus early in the week. Later on in the week, he had more of a true power stimulus, as you can see from various sessions that I've been posting. And then we had a top-up strength and power session at the end of the week, which is almost optional. That's where we're doing our jerks and maybe some upper body pressing and pulling as well, 2 days before a game. Guys, another really important thing to identify is your intent when you're doing various sprints or lifts, because if you don't have full intent in these movements, it becomes really very hard. For example, Ame was using 80 kilograms, 70 kilograms, 90 kilograms at times, and he was just kind of not going through the motions, but he was doing enough to lift 70 kilograms, to lift 80 kilograms, to lift 90 kilograms. If you're a rugby player, you need to really look back and think, okay, am I doing just enough to lift this weight? Or am I putting everything I've got into it so that it becomes really easy to lift 70 kilograms? This is a conversation I have a lot with my guys. I want to see those hips, that leg drive come really, really quickly. Use less of your arms when the barbell is light, on cleans for example, but it needs to move really, 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 really fast. I need to see it look easy. And that's what we had to really drill at the lower percentages when we were working on power, so that when we get up to those heavier weights and closer in on that 1RM, or his new 1RM, that his body was conditioned to that speed. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm really happy that in the previous week, he was able to run a new PB on his 10-metre time and get that 110 clean, which is one of the goals we set for the season. So it all comes down to organising your week properly, following a proper structure, your desire to improve and stay hungry, and of course intent when you're doing the exercises. Guys, hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration to get stronger, more athletic during the competitive season, because it's absolutely possible. Thanks guys, see you in the next one. Cheers.